Hi everyone, my name is Nuria and this is my student journey. So I think for today's video you already know what I'm going to make because I put a little bit of it at the beginning, and it is, yes, a mannequin. Why, you may wonder? Well, I want to make dresses and I've been wanting to make dresses for so long, and I just never make them because I don't have a place to put them on and it's just on myself, and then I have to be like this and making the changes on my body and I don't see, and the back I don't see, and then I end up not making the dresses. But this ends today. I did a bit of research on what patterns were out there and I found 3 different options. One, spending tons of money for the typical mannequin that everyone has because people are rich. Second one, most fun option I would say, but the most time consuming, and yeah, I didn't want to do that one. Making your own mannequin from your body and then you have to rub your body in things and then fill it with foam, and it was too much. And then the third one, which they say is the cheapest one, stay till the end because you'll get surprised. It is not the cheapest one. Making it yourself, sewing. So I thought maybe that's a bit of good practice to understand how the body works, and let's do it. There were a lot of tutorials, so it was really easy to follow. I went to this website and I chose the mannequin that I wanted. There are 3 things that you have to fill in. First of all, the required measurements. These are typical ones. It's the bust, the waist, the hips, etc. Then you have to make some decisions about your body, like how big is your ass? What the hell? Is it flat? Is it normal? Is it huge? Well, it's huge. And then how are your shoulders? Do you have a good posture? Well, of course I want to have nice shoulders and a good posture, but sad realizations happened that day. After you have that figured out, you have the option of adding other measurements. I did not do that because I'm very bad at taking measurements, and I assume my proportions are standard for this pattern, and I didn't add them. Once you've purchased the pattern, which is thinking 26 euros already, you have to wait for 20 minutes and then you received an email with your downloadable pattern. Then I went to the print shop and I printed the pattern, and then I spent like what felt like forever to put the pieces together and cut them. And this was not cutting fabric, this was cutting the paper. There were so many pieces, but it's okay, now it's done. After that, I went and bought the fabric. So for the fabric, you're going to need 3 things: the outside fabric, the interfacing fabric, and the fabric that is going to be used to stop your mannequin with, to hold it up. I bought muslin for the outside. I bought linen for the inside. It's a bit of a sturdy linen, I think. Heavy woven linen. What do you think? And interfacing. So these 2 are going to be attached together. After this, another thing you're going to need are cardboard, which is free because I used an Amazon box that I had at home. And second one, 2 zippers. Now the tricky part, it says that if you have a size small to medium type of mannequin, you're going to need around 2.5 kilos of filling. I went to my fabric store and they had it. I think it was 5 euros a bag of 500 grams. So 5 euros, 500. I needed 10. You know, I don't know how to multiply in English, I multiply in Catalan. But yeah, it was like 30 euros. And then the final thing that I needed was the pole, the stand for the mannequin. And for that I ordered a coat rack, and it was around also 25 euros. I ordered it on Amazon and it's a bit too tall, but it's all I found because I have no idea how to call coat rack in Dutch, so I could not find it anywhere else, so it's okay. Now, first mistake. When you start reading the instructions, it says, don't forget to wash your fabric if it normally shrinks before putting it together. I washed them, I dried them, I waited for a day to have them ready, and guess what? I tried ironing them and there were so many wrinkles. I have no idea how that happened. I have no idea, I don't understand, but it happened. And then I tried ironing the interfacing and then I ran out of interfacing because I didn't have enough, and then the wrinkles were still there, so I just put everything in the bin and I started from scratch. I started again. This time I cut them separately. So I cut first the muslin and then the interfacing and then I attached them together. This was a great decision because otherwise it was, you know, they say work harder, not smarter. Well, I like to work harder and smarter because I never find a way of working less. Once I had the pieces cut, I started putting them together, so back side with back center together, then the front pieces together, then the cups together, and then the top front pieces together, and then I attach the cup to the bottom piece of the front, and then the top and the bottom front together. Then I added the front and back together, and then front and front together. After that, I already had the mannequin, so if I say it in words, it's so easy to do, but it took a little bit of time. After this, the tricky part started, so I had to attach the neck. You have to make some cuts when you attach the neck because it's kind of difficult to get inside, you know, and you pinch the fabric without noticing, and then you have to undo and then you have to try again. If you get a pinch in the fabric, always remove it because it's worth it in the end. You don't want to spend a million hours making a mannequin if you are going to make it look ugly. After that, I used the inside fabric, so the linen, and I attached the pieces together. It's a bit tricky because you don't understand if you have to flip them or do the burrito method, but at the end I figured out how to do it, I think. Once that's done, I had to cut the cardboard and then attach it to the armholes, and then cut the foam and attach it to the neck, and then I was ready to flip the mannequin. Once that's done, I was able to do the bottom part, so the one that is going to make your feeling not go away. I'm done, finally, it's time for the stuffing! Sway for a minute, the plane moves side to side. The mannequin, it's going to start stretching, and there are some parts like the bust that are a bit too tight, and then you can see that, you know, the thread is just trying to break, but it cannot break. So I think I'm going to have to do that hand sewing. And then the instructions say, don't forget to measure when you're feeling the body and see if you reach your measurements. I don't. Okay, my mannequin is 2 centimeters smaller than me. I don't know what I did wrong. Because I added ease, I added everything, but I don't know what I did wrong. Now for the pole. I ordered it on Amazon and it said, okay, it's going to come here on Wednesday. And on Wednesday I was at work and I received an email saying it was delivered, but I didn't open the email. I just said, yeah, okay, it's fine. I got home and there was a package on the floor, so I thought this is going to be my package. I didn't even check if that was my package. So I grabbed it and I left it at home. I didn't want to open it because I wanted to film myself opening it, and then it was laying there for, I don't know, maybe 3 days. And after 3 days I put my camera up, I'm ready to shoot, and then I open it and yeah, it was a wetsuit. And I thought, how did they confuse a pole with a wetsuit? Like, how? And then I thought, wait a second, maybe this is not mine. So I looked at the address and of course it was not mine, it was for one of my neighbors. And I went to my neighbor's house and I was ringing and I rang 3 times I think, and then I was going to give up, and then a girl opens the door. She was completely soaked naked with a little towel like this. She was in the shower, I think, and she came to open the door. Hi, I brought this for you. I opened it because I thought it was mine, so I'm really, really sorry, but by any chance, do you have... And the girl was still like this, holding the door with his towel, like this, in here. He was covering just about. So I don't have your package, okay? Well, have a nice day. And I left. And then I went to the next neighbor. Amazon said, deliver to your neighbor. But I didn't say which neighbor it was. So then I had to go house by house to see who had my package. And then I reached the house. So after all this, I put the pieces together and it was time to attach the mannequin to the pole. And it's done! The mannequin is a little bit like this, but it's fine. Some things about this mannequin. So if we put the numbers together, 26 euros the pattern, 25 euros the pole, 30 euros the filling, and I don't know, let's say 20 euros fabric. I didn't want to know this number. 100 euros! I paid 100 euros for this when I could have bought this. I'm very happy with the result. I had a lot of fun feeling the body, and now I'm finally ready to make my dresses. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm almost done. Only the armhole cover, and then I'll be able to start stuffing.